Welcome to Cobra Kai Canada. I am your host, Alir, and today my guest is Jeff Kaplan. Welcome, Jeff.
What's
Yes,
up? Hello, Canada.
man. Shout out to Canada. And anyways, you guys all know Jeff, who plays Cruz in season 1, 2, and 3 of Cobra Kai. So this is pretty exciting stuff, man. We got a lot to cover, and you've been working on a big project that I can't wait to talk about. That's kind of like what I want to focus on as well. Before and Cobra Kai as well. And before we get to all that stuff, first thing I actually wanted to ask you is, how did you get into the acting industry? What made you want to become an actor? This is kind of like an interesting topic.
Well, I've been always acting my whole life. From family dinners, we'd leave early and go create a show, and then come back and perform it for all the adults. Then I was in school plays, and then I was outside of school plays, and then when in high school, I went to a magnet art school for acting. And when sophomore year of high school opened up, when when sophomore year of high school started, they introduced a film class. And this was
Okay.
before YouTube. This was before Facebook. I mean, like 2 years before all this.
Back in the
And
day, the good old days.
yeah, and I was like the only kid running around with a camera, and I took it pretty seriously and realized, hell, heck, I could cast myself in any idea I have. So I
Yeah.
did pretty good. Started winning awards at school, and from there, out of high school, I was just like, this is what I'm doing. Even by the end of senior year, I was only attending school for acting and for film, and then the rest I was doing in packets at home.
Oh
So
man, that's
yeah,
sick, man.
I
That's
always knew this was it. Because I started making music in junior year of high school too, so I was just fully versed. The next step was just pick up a photo camera and become a photographer too, because I needed my own photos. So out of high school, I started. I entered into a film competition for colleges, the world's largest student film festival called Campus
oh
Movie
man,
Fest.
that's
And
awesome.
I entered in not a student. I was not a student, but I got some students to let me sign in with them, and I
Oh,
wrote,
that's sick.
directed, edited, and starred in it, and I won, and it won city, then it won state, and then it won best picture of the international world's largest student film festival.
Dang. What film was that? Was it that Snooze? Was it called Snooze?
Oh, it's news. Very good. Good job. You came
Ah, man. See, I've been following you for a
homework.
while, bro.
Wow.
Before Cobra Kai, I remember a couple of your videos, man. Is it?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I don't want
snooze.
to. Yeah, go ahead.
It took me into a further just understanding. I had like this was it. I it's working. I know I need to do this, and so got an acting agent, and you know, man, the story goes on, but
Yeah, I can imagine.
that's where it went beyond. That's when it started to get beyond me alone. When the
that's
agent
sick.
came.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, like, did you have like any like actors, actresses, or anything that kind of like influenced you, like watching any sort of movies, or this is just something you just wanted to do regardless, or TV shows?
I mean, I used to go to the movie stores like Blockbuster or
Huh,
Hollywood
I
Video,
miss those
and I
days.
would
Yeah.
and I would be like every day like trying to get The Mask or Ace Ventura or something, Jim Carrey, and
Heck
and maybe
yeah, that's my guy.
maybe they only had one tape in the store, so I had to keep coming back until they'd be like, it might come in on Tuesday. I'd be like, I'll be here every day till. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
I always grew up loving comedy. Comedy was my favorite thing. I just love to entertain and make people laugh and laugh
Yeah.
myself. People would say I don't take my life. I take my life pretty seriously, but in a light manner. I like to laugh. I like to entertain.
Yeah, man. It
And,
seems like we have a lot in common because every guest I've had here, and I always mention Jim Carrey, right, as one of my favorite actors, and
I hear he might retire now. Like,
Yeah, I saw that after that Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Yeah, in his recent
I
statement.
watched his interview. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wants to
and
live a life.
yeah, exactly. And he has a house not too far from where I live, so I think he
Yeah,
probably is going to come.
although part of his normal life he's talking about was continuing to paint and releasing NFTs. I'm like, that doesn't sound so normal, but it is. It's just other parts of his life he would like to accomplish. And
Yeah,
this,
like if you look at his whole career, like you mentioned, Ace Ventura, The Mask, Liar Liar, Dumb and he's dude, he's done everything. You know what I mean? Like, what more is there like to accomplish for him? He's accomplished everything, and I'm sure he's saved up. You know, because every movie, you know, he's made tons of money, so he's good. You know what
yeah,
I
I
mean? Like,
really did like Sonic too because it was a new Jim Carrey role. Like,
yeah,
I didn't expect it as much, but I was like, wow,
yeah,
this is that Jim Carrey we always loved.
the classic
Sometimes,
Jim Carrey.
yeah, sometimes over the years he was expanding into other things to
Hmm.
challenge himself in places, but it wasn't always exactly what we all grew up to love. But I noticed Sonic was very much in there. It was like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
character again.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a good point you bring up is because like when we think of Jim Carrey, we also think of that one show. I'm sure you grew up watching it like I did. It's called In Living Color. Remember that show?
Yeah, that's like the beginning
That's
pretty much.
yeah, that's like how it started for him. Classic Jim Carrey, and you know the rest is history with that guy. But legend. That guy's the best, man. And yes, man. I thought that was his last like best kind of like old Jim Carrey
I
comedy.
mean, the thing even had like the Truman Show, which was like,
Oh yeah, how the hell could I forget that
yeah.
movie too, man? Yeah, that was like mind blowing too. And
I mean,
no,
I'd say some other greats to me would be like, I know a lot of people maybe laugh, but I say Adam Sandler is king because the dude
dude, that guy's
has
awesome.
found a way to like pre-make revenue from his films, sign massive deals, bring all of his friends and family together to create whatever they want to create and not take it too seriously and have a
Yeah,
blast, ensuring that
yeah,
they're all secure and
hmm,
can grow in their careers and their friendly and family vibe. And
yeah.
then he also goes out and makes his uncut gems and things like
I
that.
remember that
Like,
movie. Yeah,
so he wants to go challenge himself separately, and that's great. And he runs this company with his brother and his wife and the kids. And
yeah. He has his own like production company, or I think it's called Happy
Happy
Madison or
Madison.
something. Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, Adam
I would,
Sandler.
I dream to have a situation like that, like a Happy Madison, my version. You know,
Yeah, I think you're on your way, man. Just you know, be patient and focus, and trust me, you'll get there, man. Your head's on right.
like
Let me ask you this now. Let's talk a little Cobra Kai for the Cobra Kai fans out there. Is would you well? Let me go backtrack a little. Actually, would you say Cobra Kai has been like a show where you like consider it to be your first major role? Because I know you were also in Meet the Browns as well.
I'd say Meet the Browns was my first major outside
Okay.
of doing my own projects because that one was national television. It was a
Yeah.
project. It was my first project where I didn't have my hands in the creation, the directing. A project
Right.
where I didn't even see anything until it was
Mhm.
on TV. Like that was,
Yeah.
that's when it starts getting bigger and it's outside of your hands. But that was like the first major.
Mhm.
And after that one, my music had really taken a focus, and my filmmaking became my financial livelihood.
Mhm.
So, in a mixture of creating my own music videos and my own music, it
Mhm.
really blossomed a music video production career. So, for many years, I was spending most of my time focused on creating for other people to
Mhm.
create my projects and in the meantime have a great time doing it all. So I kind of got distracted from the realities of my agency, but also it was around the time when everything was transitioning to the internet. So
Mhm.
you were no
Mhm.
longer going to auditions, you were taping yourself. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, so there was too much more extra steps, and my ball was already rolling. It was tough to grab a hold of all this new stuff coming at me. So I got kind of distracted from it up until I kind of left my music video production career because it was I don't know. It was just the technology was coming out more and more,
Okay.
and more people had cameras, and so more you couldn't get my price as much as I wanted. Checks were here, checks were there.
Hmm.
So I went down like the corporate road for a little bit, and in there I was able to find a safety financially making
Hmm.
their videos, and they would, and I'd team with companies that would allow me and encourage me to refocus into my acting, because I went to my label and I'm just like, what's going on? And they're like, bro, you kind of weren't here for the past 2 years. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, um, yeah. So then I'm like, all right, well, I'm full in again. And within that first year, once I did that, well, one, I don't know if you remember, I had like rainbow hair. I had every color, long
Back
hair.
in
So
back in the day.
back when I was doing the music, so
Yeah, yeah.
it was kind of confusing. It was ahead of its time to casting agents. They didn't really know. They would just immediately think of me as that guy. They wouldn't think we could color his hair. So once I was like, all right, I'm back, and I went back to my natural color hair, and and I had these companies that were hiring me and encouraging me. So I got back with the agency, and within that first year, I booked Cobra Kai.
That's sick, man. So like actually how did you end up like auditioning for Cobra Kai actually?
Well, they like periodically, whenever a project comes that is in my ballpark for an audition,
Yeah.
my agent will send me over a casting call, and from there,
Okay. Close to agent.
I need to say self tape, and then I send it in. So I was I was actually kind of in between corporate jobs where one had to like let me go because they were dealing with some stuff and they
Right.
couldn't afford it anymore.
Right.
So I ended up crashing on my friend's couch like
Oh, damn.
for like 2 3 weeks. And my friend, my brother, my one of my best friends, Russell Dreyer.
Mhm.
And then I went one day. I got this audition, and I'm just like, "Hey, man, this thing called Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Um, hey, can you help me tape this?" So we went out to the garage, put up a camera, and just ran a couple auditions and sent it in. The next day, I was like, why did that sound familiar?" And then I
Yeah,
looked it up.
yeah. Yeah, you're
Like,
definitely questioning what is this thing?
I was like, "This is Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. This is the Karate Kid."
A
Dang, I've gotten
continuation
some
of it.
auditions, but this one's gonna be huge. And
Yeah, big time.
I hadn't heard about it until then, and I just like, this is legit. I really want this. A couple days go by, no calls, and I'm like, dang. On
Yeah,
the
you
fifth,
probably didn't get it.
on the fifth day, which is usually by the fifth day, I'm usually like, it didn't happen. Um,
Right, right, because they're quick to respond, right?
Usually pretty quick. Sometimes you never
Yeah,
know. Sometimes it can be a couple weeks, but rarely.
that's what
If
I heard.
anytime
A week or two, yeah.
5 days and I get a call and I see my agent number pop up. I'm like, yes, and I answer, and they're like, you got an offer. I'm
This is
like,
awesome.
an offer? They're like, yes, they want you to play this role. I'm like, no callback? They're like, no, you're in if you want it. I'm like, why didn't you already say yes? I remember
Oh
I had a
man.
Snapchat back then, and I'm like on the couch, just laying there, like, I think my life has just changed.
Heck yeah, man. Cobra
Still
Kai,
just
bro.
trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with myself in between these jobs, and then I'm
Yeah. Then you land a
my
role for Cobra Kai.
I'm holy crap. And then I was like, wait a minute, and I get paid for this. It wasn't even the first thing I thought. I'm just like, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. I'm in it for the. I was like, I'd have paid to be in it.
Oh man, it's great. Now, when you got your role, did you like actually know it was like first gonna be filmed on YouTube Red, or you just didn't care? You're just like, screw it, man.
No, I did hear about that, and I was a little
Okay, what
bummed.
was your thoughts? Okay,
I'm like,
yeah, so you're like, what the hell?
this is an obvious Netflix play.
Yeah,
Why would they experiment with something this big on that? Like, it
right.
just doesn't fit in their system when this is a huge fan base.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was telling people for like the first 2 years all about it, and people would be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah,
Weird.
me too with my friends when I was on
And then
YouTube.
all of a sudden, it airs on Netflix, and everybody starts calling me, "Dude, you're on Netflix. You're in the Karate Kid show." I'm like, I'm
Blew
trying
up.
to tell you for the past 2 years, Jesus, you guys need Netflix to know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
it was instant, like thousands more followers on Instagram overnight, like
Oh
just
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
I'm just
I
like,
can
wow,
imagine.
this
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's funny what you said because like same thing with me is like when I first heard about it and watched it on YouTube Red, I was like, man, this thing's badass. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you, not too many people really knew it. They've heard of it, but like they wouldn't have like kind of like went out their way to watch it or something. Oh, cool, man, I heard good things. But like you said, once it went on Netflix, all the people that I told to watch it, they're like, "Oh my god, the show! Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "I did, man, but you know what I mean." But because I was on YouTube, maybe I don't know, but like everybody's got a
I
different
tried to
mindset.
tell him, I'm like, yeah, just go to YouTube like you do all the time, and then
Yeah,
just like that's just one extra step. At the
yeah.
time, even more so during the time. Now there's like a billion streaming services, so maybe people
Oh,
would have thought
dude, it's
about it a
crazy.
little bit more.
Yeah, man, it's
But at
but
that
I'm glad
time,
they went on Netflix. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's so let me ask you this now. It's no secret like Trey and Cruz are huge fan favorites in the Cobra Kai universe. What do you think makes their like characters so popular? Like everybody loves you guys.
Well, I think it's awesome that I get beat up by like everybody. It's like I want to start counting who I'm not getting beat up by. That is such a cool claim to fame, in my opinion. I think it gives me much more like I don't know clout in the show to be like, yeah, I got beat up by Ralph Macchio, slapped around by William Zabka, punched by my own friend Trey. I got in a fight with Robbie. Like, I got to pull a knife on him. I get arrested and go to prison. I'm like, this is just hilarious. I'm the little street rat who's up to really no good, and yet the fan base still has hope for me. I think
Oh yeah.
you know, and I hear a lot of theories, like he's gonna overcome, and we'll see. There's so much possibility in the show, and who knows when this show will end. I mean, I know everybody's getting older, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they, they,
Yeah,
they seem to they seem to be developing the next younger years too. So
yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true with like Anthony LaRusso and Kenny and all these other guys. Yeah, Leah and yeah, they set that up on purpose, right? For
yeah, I mean, how
hopefully.
old are now? All the others are like probably over 20 now. But hell, I'm way over 20, and I'm supposed to be like 21 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
supposed to be. Yeah, yeah, that's true. 2021 or something like that.
Yeah, no,
And
but nobody ever believed me when I, tell them how old I am or something on set. They just, me and Robbie are probably like over 10 years apart, probably.
right. Yeah, that's funny, man. Okay, like following the incident at the beach country club or whatever you want to call it, you guys were arrested and thrown in jail. You were later visited by Daniel and Johnny for clues to like Robbie's whereabouts. Now that's the last we've seen of you guys, you and Trey, in season 3.
The best
Interesting
scene,
thing.
the best scene of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, funny.
Interesting enough, Kreese is now going to jail. So I'm wondering if somehow Cruz and Trey have a little meetup with Sensei Kreese in prison. So that'll
What, I
be
got to get beat up by
interesting.
Kreese now too?
Yeah, it's just funny because both you and Trey are in prison, and now Kreese is headed there. So I'm just wondering if somehow you guys will like cross paths or something, and that'll be interesting. That'll be very, very interesting.
I think it makes for a good storyline.
I think so too, man. And obviously you guys can't say, which is cool, but I'm in it for the ride, so I don't, no spoilers or anything. And but I think it would be, yeah, I think it would be awesome, man. If somehow you could cross paths with like Kreese, and because one thing I know about like watching prison movies is you need friends, man, or You know what I mean? Can't survive alone in prison. So, yeah.
Kreese, that man don't need no friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Just concerned about his age. That's all.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So,
who knows
my next.
who knows when Cruz and Trey will get out? Who knows? We got to just know a little more about them. Like seems like they probably got locked up for a little bit because I don't expect them to have good lawyers.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
assaulted a kid with a deadly weapon and theft and
Yeah. We want some more background to your character for sure. You know what I mean?
I'd like to see some more action going on myself. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah, man. Anything's possible, bro. Like one thing we know is characters always do come back, and the fan base is growing, and people want background stories and the whole shebang, as they say. So we'll see, man. Cruz is up for that too. Like Trey and Cruz. Like people want to see what happened to these guys because. Are they still in there? Did they get released? Because we don't know how long you guys are in there, so anything's possible.
You can't just jail off a character.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, man.
You kill off a character, but not, I don't think you just jail them out. I mean, we were in the video game, man. I was a boss in a video game.
Oh man! You know what I want to ask you? Oh yeah, man. You know what I want to ask you is, correct me if I'm wrong on this, man. This is what I heard, but in the scene with you and Trey and Johnny and Daniel. Now, is it true when Johnny slapped you in the prison scene that he actually accidentally slapped you for real?
He did.
If he did, that guy went Will Smith on you.
Accident.
He went Will Smith on you. Oh,
and
man.
I just stood there and took it like Chris.
Damn, so it's true. So he actually did.
Yeah, he did. He took his chance. Took his shot and said it was an accident.
Oh, damn, man. So that slap scene
says, he has to swap right by my face. And just one of the times he clocked me. And it's just like, he really hit me.
Now that scene where he actually slapped. Yeah, like that scene where he actually slapped you. Was it the scene that we see on TV, or no? They cut that one off.
It's tough to tell.
Okay.
There's so many takes that are done. It could have been, and honestly, I can't tell which one they used.
Right. Yeah. They're the ones that
there's too many takes, and it was too far away from when they. Because actually, it was like a year, I think.
Yeah.
They had because there was the switch over to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So we had already shot it, and then it was like this delay of release.
Yeah, because of all COVID and all that crap.
Yeah, but I'm thankful that it came out when it did because everybody was really paying attention.
Yeah, people were. Yeah. And I think even regardless of that, people would have still tuned in and stuff like that, man. It's such an amazing show, man. You guys are doing like a phenomenal job. All your characters, man. You guys just kill it. It's crazy. Like even every character on there, like the fan base knows you guys. Like it doesn't matter. Even if you were the guy just walking, in the background or whatever the heck, or you were in the crowd.
It's an amazing fan base. It's just unbelievable. Everybody is so awesome. I love how involved everybody is every single day of the year. I mean, it's brought on a community of people that have made friends all over the world. The support from the fans, the communication between the fans and the creators, and the cast members. And then the bonds that have formed from the cast members outside of this. I mean, I talk to so many of the cast members, not every day, but often. And I try to include a lot of them, whoever's available, in the projects that I'm doing here in Atlanta.
That's sick, man.
I've had Rick Perez pop in something. Yeah, I mean, just there's a lot of them actually.
Yeah.
There might be a surprise one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Interesting thing is, like, recently there was an article written about you on the Atlanta Jewish Times, talking about your experience on Cobra Kai, and about you in the film industry. Would you like to kind of like tell us a little about that?
Well, I mean, I was posting about these music videos that I've been putting together for all the songs that I made over the past like three. I started in December and I put together over 30 songs, and
Hmm.
now I'm ready to start creating the content. And I've got a, I've got two videos shot. Um, and well, anyways, before I get into all that, I
Yeah.
was posting about it, seeing if people wanted to contribute. I was asking publicly, like, hey, I'm about
Hmm.
to put all my money into this. Does anybody else want to help? Why
Yeah,
not?
I
Why
saw
not
that. Yeah,
that?
yeah, on
And
social media.
and there was a decent amount of money that was raised, and
Hmm.
you know, always accepting more, but but somebody saw the post from the Jewish Times, and
Hmm.
they asked if they can do an article about me. They'd heard about the
Sick.
show,
Hmm.
and always growing up, I'd seen. I mean, the Jewish Times comes every week, I
Hmm.
think every week,
Hmm. Okay.
to Jewish families everywhere. Even the Atlanta Journal, uh, the Atlanta Jewish Times gets
Yep.
sent out to Jewish families all over the United States, maybe even the world. I mean, it's not just
Right.
people in it. So it's quite the honor. I'd always hoped that one day I would have an article written about me in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It's
then there you go. Yeah, I read it. Yeah, it was last month in
full
March.
page.
Yeah, yeah, I read the whole article. It was really interesting. There's some stuff I didn't even know about you, and there you go. And I was like, all right, I learned some more about JCap, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, so which is like your favorite cruise line? I gotta ask you that. Is it "You better watch your ass" or
Seems to be
"Punk
it
ass
seems to be
bitch"?
my you better watch your ass is a little closer to family friendly, so I tend to
I
say
like
it
that
more.
one.
Um, every that's the cool part about Cruz too is every line is
Yeah, you
like
got your own line.
a little quotable line.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it is.
at first I thought it was just but down to it's a mustache or like what the hell's a boombox? Like very memorable statements. And
Right.
he doesn't sit there and have monologues, but the things he says are funny. And like down to like the very first thing he says, noise. Now I remember like talking to the directors. I know how to read it, and I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, all right, when you write noise, like how noise am I hitting? Because that's the first thing I'm gonna say on set. I had to figure it out. I'm like, what do they want from me? How funny is this? I can't figure
Right.
this out. It's comedy, but it's Karate Kid.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to do this? So I'm
Mhm.
trying not to steal the show, but I'm also trying to be funny, but be in a
Yeah.
drama. So
Yeah.
I want to, like, am I like Polly Shore noise? Like, like nice or something. They probably would have been okay with it, but instead I'm just like nice. And
Yeah.
everybody on set is saying nice everywhere I go. And I can't say nice anymore. I type noise all the time.
Oh man, yeah, but yeah, I could, like show like Cobra Kai and being on Netflix, like you gotta have like these like fun kind of like petty theft villain guys, like Cruz, Train Cruz. They're just so fun, and it's exactly like what you said, man. Whenever like something comes out of your mouth, like you better watch your ass, like the way you say it and shit. Like I go around like just randomly saying it. Yeah, man, it's just funny, man. I love it.
I love it. Or I'm eating cereal.
Yeah, man. Plus,
Oh, I threw in one of those. That was an ad lib. I kept
yeah.
trying to fit in little lines.
Hmm.
I tried like there's little tiny moments that got clipped.
Right,
Like
right.
when like we're sitting there talking to Robbie about stealing from LaRusso,
Yeah,
chrome and stuff made out of chrome and shit. Like
yeah,
I'm
man.
in like I tried to
Yeah.
throw in they had me reach over and grab his food and eat it, and I was like, yeet. Like, I just kept trying to throw in modern culture things, and
Right, yeah, man. But that's pretty
everybody,
cool, man.
I was learning every step of the way how funny this is, because I hadn't seen nothing. I don't know nothing other than what we're doing on set until we've done it. So, after seeing season 1, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And then I'm like, season 2 again, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I'm
Right.
really coming. But, you got to stay true to how you've already been and what character you've been putting out there. Can't
Yeah,
lose it. But
that's
I
true.
remember watching it, and then all of a sudden Stingray comes on, and I'm like, damn it, I could have been that comedy. He was
Yeah,
way
he's
more
funny, man.
stupid slapstick.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
he's
still
hilarious.
trying to be tough.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
I'm
it's,
not
it's
like,
funny.
I'm like a little nice guy. I'm not really a tough guy like that. Neither
Yeah,
is
you
Cruz.
just
I think that's part of the point. He's not really that tough. He might
yeah.
think he is, but he's not.
Well, you've been getting some action with fighting scenes with Daniel, so you learn as
Yeah.
you go, man. So how many people can say that? You fought with the
It's
Karate
true.
Kid.
It might be toughing me up in the show. Maybe I need
There
to get
you
tough
go.
for
They're
that.
setting you up for something, man. So
Prison. It's funny. I was like, dude, you know what? I was like, my hair was longer for season 3, and I'm like,
yeah,
I
I
can do.
remember that.
What if I have cornrows? I was like, if I have cornrows, it's gonna be hilarious. Like, it's like, who braided his hair? Like, I would just have to laugh knowing that
Yeah,
Cruz
I
got his
get
hair
it.
while
Yeah,
in
I
prison.
totally get it.
And we
Oh
thought
man, that'd be
about it. I went
hilarious.
through pictures of me, showed him my cornrows, and John, Hayden, everybody was thinking about it, Josh, but in
Yeah,
the end, we stuck with the ponytail and the little mustache goatee.
yeah, you got that. Yeah. That works too, man. That's actually not bad as well, man. And it's funny because like like season 1, you had like the long hair and stuff like that. You kind of look like like a rocker kind of thing. You got the
Well,
mustache.
I keep telling them too. I was just like, I was keeping it, but I was really just continuously boxing myself into only that look for auditions. So I was like,
Yeah,
guys, can I cut it? Like, so I'd either just cut it. If I wanted to cut it, I'd cut it like right after shooting. So I'd have like
right.
another year to 8 months till the next season, just in case. And I'd just grow it back, give me some different lengths. Because I got
Yeah,
at least some headshots to my agent
right,
of,
right.
of different looks. So I'm very happy with my length right now. And this is kind of middle ground. Um, Back in October or August, I just said, I'm going short. It's time. It's been way too long.
Right. It's funny because like in January, February, you had the Wyatt Earp thing going on with the beard, the hair. You went from Wyatt Earp to Smooth Cruz.
Yeah, I actually had I had this project that I was in. I was the lead in a horror film. There was like a maybe like 30-ish minute long horror film. It's in post production right now,
Yep.
and I was the lead, and it just called for a scruffy beard, so I just grew it.
Okay. So you just let it. Yeah. Why not?
And then it just kept taking too long to finish the project, and I'm like, guys, I can't get it to my music now because my music does not call for this beard.
For the-
So
so it kind of stalled you.
yes, I'm like, we have to finish. And so we finally finished like the day before I had to shoot this project that I'm going to release tomorrow, um, which is very interesting because I used the beard for it because
Okay.
I this project that I'm doing that's releasing tomorrow is called
Hmm.
Crocs and Socks. It's
Crocs
a
and socks.
it's a character based online internet meme music like comedy, but like good or fun. It's kind of like one of my old projects called Romp Life, where
Oh,
Romp
I
Life is
remember that.
about men's rompers. The whole rap
Hmm.
song. You're like, is this guy serious? Like I can't tell. So it's internet ready, but I play two characters in this one. So I
Okay.
play a country singer and a rapper. Um, they're kind of divisions of my personalities as well. I was working on a label for a while, just where I was like a multiverse of me, and this is basically two of my beings. The rapper's kind of, his name's Minivan, and the country artist is named Kyle Beck. He's a it's a it's a it's my actual middle name and
Okay.
my original birth last name,
Okay.
Kyle Beck.
Kyle Beck.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
So that's what I want to talk about. I want to continue talking about this huge project of yours because you mentioned earlier now is you put like kind of like a correct me if I'm wrong, like a kind of like a GoFundMe kind of thing for your music project, and you invested a lot of your own personal money into this project. So I know how much this means to you because you're going full out on this
Full out.
music video. So now, let me ask you this: if you can, like, talk about it, or we can, like, wait. I don't mind. Now, is it a few music videos that are like coming out? Like, obviously, let's just say more than like 2, 3, or whatever. Like, how many music videos and stuff do
So
you like plan on putting out?
the way this is kind of working out right now is that I have put together about 30 songs. This first song
Oh, nice.
that I'm going to put out tomorrow is completely independent for the internet,
Okay.
intended for like viral purposes, an
Okay.
attempt to see if it can reach masses through a
Okay.
concept that is relatable to the world. And tend to think some things like this
Hmm.
um, can get shared around a lot easier than some things. But so this is its own thing. Like, this is
Okay.
something I'm just putting out for fun. It
Hmm.
is something of a sound that I have done in the past, in a way, like fun comedy rap,
Yeah.
without it being just comedy. Like, it's comedy, but it's just like, this is another song. I don't
Right.
know. Everybody's decisions. They can't decide, is it meant to be a comedy or not, and
Let us judge.
that's part of the point. But then I put together an album. Now the
Hmm.
album is directed in a whole separate sound. It
Okay.
in
Got it.
in it in itself is a new era of JCap music. So
Okay. Okay.
I am putting together the ultimate goal with everything was to attempt this one video online and then
Hmm.
create a couple other videos
Okay.
for the album to present with an electronic video press kit and the songs to label situations to in search of a strategic partnership with
Hmm.
proper financial backing to continue to do exactly what I'm doing,
Okay.
but with a grander platform and something that could put me on the big stage right away and then let
Uh-huh.
me take over.
Oh
But
man.
because in this case I've got to, that's why we're putting out something that could gain some very viral traction, and if that does happen, it may
Hmm.
change the possibilities of what type of strength I have individually as an independent,
Right.
or it may give me more strength to come into a position of more power to a label,
Okay.
because when you team up with a label, you've got to give up a ton of your ownership, but there's a lot that comes in trade. As an independent, we all have the resources nowadays to really launch a career. And
Yes.
I'm really, I'm indifferent at the moment. I'm in this huge crossroads and I'm putting everything into all this. So my
Yeah.
mind is left and right, happy and stressed,
I can't.
because
I can't wait.
I'm starting to feel the little bits of anxiety here and there of knowing what could happen either way, and
The
how
possibilities.
the possibilities are there. And the industry can be tough. um
Hmm.
Sometimes it's just a lot behind the scenes that's going on, that things are great, things are tough, but overall it's a beautiful ride, and
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
I'm grateful and thankful to be able to explore this side of life again. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Absolutely. You know, Jeff, I like what you said because like you don't know until you try, right? So you're kind of like thinking, you know what I mean? Is it going to become successful? Are people going to like it, et cetera, et cetera? I totally get it. But I've seen your videos in the past, and I can't see why it wouldn't blow up as your other videos like Doctor, Romp Life, back in the day, I've watched all your stuff, bro. I'm familiar with everything that you've put out. And
I appreciate it so much. But in that aspect, when you look at the numbers, I succeeded in. I think what people can agree is that it succeeded in quality, yet it lacked in visibility. So where it was visible, it didn't go. It got visible, but I don't know. It's tough to say. You know, like Romp Life, it got 500,000 views. That was
I know.
incredible.
I love it.
That's
I love it.
incredible. But it still didn't take me to a platform of I can just do this however when maybe I can and maybe I just didn't. I don't know, but maybe I stopped the momentum. But some of the stuff like, you know, even Doctor, which was kind of
Love that video.
it was my baby, one of my biggest, most meaningful projects I've ever done to date. And it maybe has a matter of a few thousand views. I got more views on a freaking Instagram reel, you know, like, you know, like that kills me. And it's tough because those things aren't cheap to make.
No, I know
and they
that.
are straight up investments. So like a lot of people be running around with a nice fancy car. I've got like 6, 7 amazing music videos. You know, like these were my choices. I've chosen like certain career choices in my forms of my desires of luxury over certain things. I got a car, and now you don't see me driving something super fancy because I'd rather spend it in these directions. So I'm trying to be extreme. I'm trying to be as tight and wise with the money that I have to make these next projects because I want either the labels to get it and them to be like, all right, he's good. Let's just give him more and let him keep doing it while we promote it and send him all that. I mean, like, and one of my prerequisites is like, all right, can you get me on SNL? I'll sell my soul for SNL.
Well, you know, like Jeff is, dude. You're a talented individual, dude. You do photographer, you edit, you're an actor, music, bro. You're doing everything, man. And like I said earlier, like your head's on right, and in the direction you want to go. And honestly, I see big things for you. And I can't wait for your music videos to come out, bro. Because I've been texting you all the time, bro. I've been texting you for weeks. I'm like, yo, man, when does
I'm trying to tell you how busy I was. I'm like, man, I can't right now.
Yeah, and I was like,
you know what? When I get back, right before this, I gotta make this happen. Because I was just out of town and I got back last night. I took the night off, and I'm so glad you reminded me too. I was like, oh, that's right, tonight 6 o'clock. All right, let's make sure this is happening. Because I'm doing not only am I putting my full time invested into these projects, and then the details of the plans, and then the like back ends and all what goes on into all that frustration. Then there's also making sure I pay bills and all sorts of other stuff too. So I've got to I've been jumping through a million hoops and doing the things I got to do to see the things that I want to have happen in life. And I'm just like you said, I've been putting it all in, and I realized I had to make a lot of changes because I can't just keep doing the same things expecting the same results. I had to get up and really attempt something different and new. And I think everything begins again for the internet to see starting tomorrow. I think at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, cool. I can't wait, man. But
if the internet cooperates with me on the timing, it's supposed to be 5, I believe. But everybody can pre-save the video, the song at least on Spotify. So the second it is allowed to, the second it is released, you would know about it if you pre-save. The link is in my bio on Instagram or on my
Yep.
Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
from there,
awesome.
I will start sharing everywhere I can imagine. There's hopefully it gets interactive like I'm planning, like my hopes are.
I think it will, man. I honestly think so, and I'm not just saying that, bro. Because like I said earlier, I know what you can do, man, and you're determined from what I can like see. You know, you're going all out, and I think it's gonna be fun because like all your other videos are fun. They're colorful. They're animated. You got everything going on, bro. It's just
Well, this one's got all of that. You just described this video, so that's great.
yeah,
Glad to
man. Yeah. I've been following you for a while,
I
man.
think
So
that's what's cool about this. Like, I really want I want this one to be a reminder as well as a something I know that I'm due and people did like and do like when I do this. But
yeah,
because
and
I
I'm
don't
sure
know,
they will.
I really do want to shock people with what I'm doing next. I mean, because
I
I've
think
got
you will. I
it's
think
a
you
whole
will.
nother side, and it's something I'm extremely excited about. I've been writing more than I have ever written in my life, and
Hmm.
I think I've got some really amazing songs under my belt here.
Yeah, man. I think so too, and I can't wait for tomorrow, and I can't wait for the release of like your other ones, bro. I'm really excited. I'm a huge fan. And once those puppies come out, bro, I will be providing a link down below. I'll be putting it on my Instagram page. I'll try and do my part, bro, because you're a good dude, man. You're talented, and I see a bright future for you, Jeff. And not just on Cobra Kai, but in your music career and acting career and all that stuff, man.
If
And
this music stuff really works out, then you think about all through you see my choices every day with whatever. It's like if this works, then the networks I will have, the financial opportunities I will have from there, I will be able to then move into making my own major movies and then casting all my friends and family and growing like in my own happy Madison. These are the steps and the evolution, and it takes these things.
definitely, man. Sky's the limit, man. And you know what, Jeff? Can I throw out an idea, man? I don't think this has been done. And if there's one person I know that could do it, it would be you. At least I don't think it has been done. I don't know. I could be wrong. So like, hear me out for a second now, and I'm willing to actually start a GoFundMe for this. If you're game for this, let's talk about this now. We can talk about it after we get off
You
the
don't want to
air.
give away the idea, do you?
Yeah, I
You,
think
you,
it's
know,
it's okay.
you
I
can
think it
always
would be.
edit this out if you choose not to.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now, yeah, hear me out if you think this is a good idea. You were obviously in Cobra Kai. You got your Cruz character. Cobra Kai, I'm not saying an official video. I'm kind of saying like a tribute video, a fun video. And you know the fan base out there, we're talking millions. How about a Cobra Kai tribute video of maybe like your character or just something fun Cobra Kai video? What do you think about that? That hasn't been done, bro. And I can get a couple cast members as well.
Surprising that it hasn't been done
It
because
hasn't. I don't think so.
from I think my worry from it when I was in the beginning, I from the beginning wanted to do this. I was trying to talk to Terrell. I was like,
Oh,
we need to bring Trey and Cruz outside of the world
yes.
there and have its own
Have a
channel as
fun
well,
little, yeah.
as if
Yeah.
it was an existence out here tying the
Mm-hmm.
worlds together like it does
Mm-hmm.
exist at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just wondered, my fears were that, and I don't think it would nowadays. I think they would know it's not official. So
Yeah, it's just for fun,
like,
but it will go
right,
viral.
it very well could.
The fan
Yeah, I
base
don't
will
know.
eat it up. The fan base will eat it up. And if you want, like I said, we'll talk about this as soon as we get off. A GoFundMe. I know a couple cast
Hey,
members. We can,
for sure, if the fans wanted it to happen,
dude, they would
and we could
love
do
it
it,
because it
and
hasn't been done. Like it hasn't been done.
well, there
And
was a teaser once. They said Hayden made a post saying, "Hey, everybody make a Trey and Cruz movie poster." I was like, I like where your head's at, but I think that was just a fun idea. But they always talked about these spin-offs and stuff too. I'm like,
Yeah, they
That would
do.
be
Yeah,
fun.
there's rumors. Yeah.
Yeah, where's the train cruise show?
Yeah, possibilities are endless, but I don't know, Jeff. I think that would, you know what I mean?
That listen, what you're talking about right here is how every single show is made. So
Mhm,
if somebody has an idea that they'd like to see done,
mhm,
they come up with the idea, they discuss it with a couple people, especially if they have the actor that is agreeing to be down to do it. Then they
mhm.
collect funds to do it, and then
Yeah,
from there they got the team. I mean, I got all the people to make this stuff,
there you
so
go.
at a great affordable rate to do it as well. So
Mhm.
I'm for it. I'm giving it my thumbs up. I'm stamp of approval if you can make this happen. Like I said, I'm really focused on this right here. So you can basically
Mhm.
become a producer in making it happen. And if you can
Yeah,
make it happen, then you can make it happen. I've got
awesome,
some other
man.
projects that are coming up too. Like the Cobra Kai fandom has been amazing.
Oh, it's awesome.
There's some people in the world who are filmmakers as well who have
Mhm.
contacted me directly, and they've been writing. There's one guy in Brazil that's been writing a feature film centered around me as the lead character. And
Oh,
so he's getting done. He's dang near done with it. He ended up writing a whole nother project, and I actually have to read tonight where he wants me to play another character in it, not the lead. But
that's awesome.
and then I'm like, I remember when he first wrote me, I was like, man, he told me about his projects, and I'm like, I would love to work with you someday. Months
Mhm.
and months later, he's like, I don't know if you were just saying that or not, but I was serious. Here's here's a character for you. I was like, what? Okay. He's like, it's gonna be filmed in Brazil and in New York. I'm like, okay, let's talk.
Right, right on. Yeah.
Turning into a real situation. I said, and then I was like, all right, well, we might want to get this done because I don't know what's gonna happen with this music thing. You see how
Right.
fast it can change. If all of a sudden this does work and it goes viral overnight,
Mhm.
you can become instantly worldwide famous in a night. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you
That's
just don't know. I mean, I
happens.
remember with some of my favorites like Post Malone dropped on us with White Iverson. All of a sudden, he was everywhere. Boom, then all that control. Who knows? And then there are people. I don't know. I just don't know. It's
Yeah,
the internet.
yeah, yeah.
Internet's a wild place.
Yeah, it's a funny place too. Yeah, and yeah, yeah, you just never know. You can't really predict anything, and anything's possible, as they say. So we shall see. And I'm excited for, like I said, I'm excited for your music videos to drop, and I can't wait for that. And I will definitely be providing links to your music videos down below on my YouTube, also on my Instagram. And dude, I wish you nothing but the best in this, and I do know it will become successful. And yeah, man. So, and I hope to see a little more of Trey and Cruz in the upcoming seasons of Cobra Kai, and see where their characters are at and what's what they're up to these days. And yeah, man. So I also want to thank you for coming on my show, bro. This is I got finally got a chance to talk to you, meet you, hear about your
So
projects.
thankful. So thankful
Yeah,
to finally be on here. Thank you. You're
yeah,
doing a
man.
great job. I really like this too. Your whole setup, everything, that cool wall behind you.
Thanks, bro. I gotta get you one of these, man.
Maybe
I
get
gotta
some
get you
headphones.
one.
I don't know, just
Yeah, bro. Yeah, all decked out, man. Yeah, yeah, man. It's totally,
one
it's
day,
totally for fun. Yeah,
maybe one day it'll take me to Toronto and we'll come grab a bite or something.
dude, man, you're
That's
more than welcome to
yeah,
come up here,
yeah.
bro.
I just you never know. I was I was just in Oregon this past weekend, and Peter from Cobra Kai Companion hit me up, and that's where he lives. So he's like, "Can we do it?" I'm like, "We actually can. Let's go." So,
Perfect timing.
so we met up, and yeah, it was great. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, man, and yeah, you never know. Maybe I can head out down south to the Atlanta, and
Yeah, you're here.
definitely meet up, man. And who knows, man? Maybe we can get like that project going on or something. It could be up here in Toronto, it could be down there in Atlanta. So we'll see. We'll see.
That'd be so funny. Yeah, they fly us off to Toronto to film. Like, interesting. Like, I mean,
it'd be awesome, bro.
it could be
Ah,
filmed
man,
anywhere. That's the
for
good thing
sure,
about it. We just
for
filmed the
sure.
whole California show in Atlanta. So
There you go. There you go. And we could do the opposite. Film a Cobra Kai music video in
if
Toronto.
you want those tax incentives, you want to come down here though. Save you
Yeah,
30%. Might save you 30% of your project. So you want a bigger budget? Come down here.
come down there, ATL, man. Yeah, but yeah, Jeff, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, and I really appreciate you like taking your time out of your day coming to do an interview with
You
me.
too,
And I
man.
finally,
Thank you so much for always, being a part or like knowing what's up and stuff too. I'm so blown away that you know about all these things that I've done, like with the videos and stuff. You really know. I mean, I guess you have been around for a while. Like, wow, that's crazy,
abs-
man. You remember?
absolutely, bro.
You knew about
Yeah, I
Snoop.
do. I
That's
remember
that.
about the schools. Yeah, I did, man. I remember about that,
Blown
man. It's
away.
crazy, man. Yeah, it's funny because this was like a few years ago, and I don't ask how. You know how like you're watching one random YouTube video and you end up watching something totally opposite. And yeah, and I remember watching that, and it took me a while to remember who the heck you are when you were on Cobra Kai. And I was like, finally it clicked in, and all this, I was like, oh my god, man. I was like, that's JCap. I was like, what the hell is going on? Funny world, bro. Small world, if anything. So it's funny. It's funny how things are connected like that, man. It's crazy. And but yeah, man, Jeff, man, I just I can't wait for the music videos, bro. Because like I said earlier, I've been messaging you. When is those videos coming out? When is those videos coming out? And finally, I got my answer.
We'll start
Yeah, man.
tomorrow, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m.
Oh
Let's see if
man,
I know how to use this internet thing and make it work.
let's do it, man. Let's make this thing go, man. Everybody tuning in, you got to watch those
I can
videos.
use all the help I can get because right now it's just me. It's just me out there just making what I see. And my friends, of course. I'm so thankful for all my friends who have come together, and the
Definitely,
people who
shout out to
helped
them.
create it. My
Yeah,
boys,
man.
everybody. You should. I mean, you'll see tomorrow in the video. There's a number of friends and family. This one was a big friends and family project.
That's awesome, man.
Everybody likes what's happening right now, and just so
Mhm.
many people have come on board to help make this thing happen. We're really doing a big push here, and
That's awesome, man.
I hope you guys all receive it the way that I'm hoping.
I think so, man. I'm optimistic. I'm positive, and I can't wait, bro. And I know you do a heck of a job with editing. I'm actually looking forward to that because I love your editing and your music videos, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know, really
edit.
detailed.
I'm editing the music videos for sure. I can't film myself, but that's usually it depends on who. But this project, these two we just shot,
Mhm,
the team I work with the most, Cogito,
mhm.
Cogito Creative ATL, ran
Yeah.
by Gus Wild, Gustav Wild, and what's his Instagram? It's Gus the Great. Uh, he's like one of my best friends, great, one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and just very talented filmmaker. And him and I have been teaming up to make these projects, and I'm so stoked.
That's
Uh,
badass, man. That's awesome. That is really awesome, man. And yeah, Jeff. So once again, thank you for coming on, and I hope to have you like back again. Whether it's Cobra Kai or just to talk about your music or anything, bro. We just come here and just chat it up, bro. Could be whatever you want, man.
great.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I finally got to meet and talk to you. And
Now I know where. Now I know where you're at. It's easier to get there. Like I went somewhere. It's like, how that first time you go somewhere and then you're like, now I know. I'll go back. Jeff, it was still. You didn't go anywhere. You're still sitting in front of your computer. Yeah, that's right. I feel like I have now.
Yeah, you're one click away, one
Right now,
link
I
away.
feel like I've been somewhere that I wasn't before. So we've opened this door. Now we'll see where it goes.
Exactly, man. But yeah, JCap, man, you're a cool guy, bro. You're easy to talk to, man. You're down to earth, bro. And like I said, man, nothing but best of luck to you. And and everything you do, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all the success and outcome of everything you do, bro.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So that is it for Cobra Kai Canada. And Jeff, if you want to say anything, a shout out to anybody, you're more than welcome, bro.
Well, thank you, everybody, and I love you all so much. Thanks for all the support, and you gotta always remember that you better watch your ass. Always have to
Salute.
tagline.